Hickok 45 here. I got a question for you. When is a Ruger like a Glock? I think when it's a RXM, that's when. Like this one. Feels good. Feels like a Glock. Actually, it doesn't feel like a Glock, but it is a lot like one, isn't it? The RXM, you're probably already somewhat familiar with it. You know it's out. I know you know it's out because you've been asking me when we're going to get one. Well, I've had one for a while, just haven't gotten around to doing a video with it. Yep, this is the Ruger RXM, and it's a kind of a Gen 3 Glock 19 clone, but not exactly. It doesn't even necessarily strike you as being a Glock, does it? You know, the slide's a little different. Slide's a lot different in appearance. Sights and the grip frame is different in a lot of ways. Yeah. So, yeah, while it is a Gen 3 clone of sorts, a lot of differences. Many of you have already read about the differences. You might own one. You might, you know, already hate it or already like it. I don't know. Well, I bought this one. This one's mine. I don't know, a month ago or more. You saw it in a Sunday shoot around one morning, right? And I fired it and it seemed to do fine. It was pretty positive impressions. That was my, I believe, first time to fire it on air. You witnessed it. And I kind of liked it. And I've shot a little bit since then. Not a whole lot, but I'm not going to do a torture test. Well, I might over the next 20 years because it's mine. I don't plan to get rid of it. I don't know, I'd read enough about it. I'd seen someone who'd done a early video on it. Now, that's very interesting. And I don't know, got a wild hair and bought it. They're less expensive than a Glock, and I decided I need to have one of these clones, since I'm a Glock person, right, to some extent. So, the Ruger RXM, not bad at all for my first impressions, and we're going to shoot it some more. And I'll continue to give you my impressions. So before we shoot a little bit more, I want to thank the people that help us out here. Davidson's Gallery of Guns. What a company. They offer a lifetime guarantee replacement on firearms. So wonderful outfit. We appreciate their support. The Silencer Central. You've seen the Banished lineup here, and you're going to see more of them. So we appreciate their support of the channel. Saw all those people at SHOT Show. It's kind of fun to meet them all and talk to them. And then SDI.edu, the Sonoran Desert Institute, get some drone education, some firearms technology education. Check them out. Go to the Sonoran Desert Institute. Got my tongue tied up here. SDI.edu. Check them out. All right, let's shoot this thing some more. Let's get really tactical. I'm shooting some Underwood here to begin with. And I got a Glock 17 mag in it. You believe that? Yeah. Just to make sure it handles a Glock 17 magazine. I don't know if I shot it long range, have I? How do the sights do? Do we know? I think I heard it hit. Let's try a piggy over there in the middle. Going low. Going high. There we go. I figured him out. Cowboy. All right, let's try a speed load. A slow motion speed load. Oh man. I love it. Yeah. It feels good. I'll tell you some things I like about it while I'm making up something negative, so you won't think I'm a Ruger fanboy or a Glock fanboy. No, I like the grip. This is a collaboration between Ruger and Magpul. Magpul makes the grip. And, you know, one of the things I've complained about, you've heard it here till you're sick of hearing it, is the hump on the Glock grip. Now this is an old Gen 2. I actually dremelled down the hump a lot. I really did, this old Gen 2. But I do not like the hump on the Glock grip, especially on the bigger Glocks. It hits me the wrong place. This doesn't have it. It doesn't have it. I might buy this Magpul grip, put it on all my Glocks when it's available, if it is. So that is nice. It's more like a 1911 grip, and it has a good feel to it. It's a little thinner, I think, but it still feels pretty good. And again, it is a Gen 3 clone in terms of the parts. I think just about all the slide parts interchange, and trigger parts and all that, I guess, are the Gen 3 Glock. And like a Gen 3 Glock, the mag release is not reversible as it is on later Glocks. And you don't have a ambi slide lock, like you do in the Gen 5s and everything. So it is a Gen 3 clone. But it breaks down, and you can tell for field stripping and cleaning, to properly maintain your firearm, you need to take the slide off, and you can see, looks like a Glock slide, right? And breaks down for cleaning the same way. One of the big differences is you got this chassis in here, and that's the serial numbered part. That is the gun, that chassis. Now you've got to take a couple of pins out, this block here, release, and in order to get it out, but it's not a big deal. If you break down a Glock, you can do that. And that is the gun. So it's expected that Magpul, they may already have them available, but other size grips and colors and all that sort of thing. So as with a lot of companies now, like SIG and maybe some others do that, they have the chassis is interchangeable, and that is the gun. That's the registered serialized firearm right there. I've always wondered, could you pull that out, and you've seen them, from SIG and everything, you pull it out, what it looks like, just the chassis. The average person wouldn't even know what that came from if you showed it to them. It looks like it came a car part or something. Is it illegal to put that in your shirt pocket after you take it out and go into a gun-free zone? Anybody answer that? It is a gun. It is the gun. Okay. Just struck me as a question. It should be answered by somebody, right? Okay. What else about it? Well, quickly, you've got a little beaver tail, which is nice. You got the trigger's fine. It's as good as most Glocks I've ever had. The reset, yeah, no problem. It's got a little flatter face. I like that. Doesn't cut your fingers much. You got a witness hole, see if you're loaded or not. You've got, of course, a direct mount for optics, which is kind of nice. You got a little bit higher sight. They're not necessarily a suppressor height, but they're a little bit higher, and you get a really nice sight picture. Got a tritium front insert, which is cool. So you got in their metal sights. So you got some nice serrations. There's a lot to be said for this version of the Glock Gen 3 19. There really is. I just can't find a lot to hate about it. It feels good. It seems to shoot fine. And I'm going to shoot some holler points through it from Underwood just to make sure it'll chamber a holler point and shoot it. Can I do that? I think I should. Let's come out of the holster. This flapjack holster. Speaking of holsters, we appreciate Alabama Holster. Their support of the channel. This is their flapjack holster. It's one of my favorite belt holsters that they make. Great outfit. Alabama Holster. Let's see how accurate this holster is. Pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Yeah, let's test the accuracy again. I'm going to put it back in the holster. Let's see if this holster is accurate on 2 liters. Not bad. Not bad. Let's go for the gong again. Got him. All right, hollow points. I bet they expanded on that gong. Got me a sheep on the last shot. So the trigger feels good, the grip feels good. I'm sounding like a Ruger fanboy. I just don't have a lot negative that I can relate about this firearm yet. I'll work on it. I'll shoot it a lot more and work on that, but I really can't. Let me shoot a little bit more. I haven't had a Glock out or a Glock clone and just done a lot of shooting for a while. Let's shoot the gallery of guns. How about that? Davidson's gallery of guns. Boom. How about Silencer Central? Boom. How about Alabama Holster? How about the bullseye? How about SDI? Yeah, how about Talon grips? Ballistol. Yeah. I'm gonna put another one on Gallery of Guns. We really appreciate them. All right, let's see if it will shoot one-handed and it will smoke pot. All right. Not bad. I like it. I do. I may change out all my Glock grips, like I said. So, what have I not told you? You know, it's really, I don't know what the numbers are. It's probably 150 to 200, maybe, less than a Glock. And you got Magpul and you got Ruger. You got a couple of reputable companies involved in this project. So, you know, it's all good. You know, it's a great time to be alive and be a shooter, be a firearms collector, isn't it? Lots of great guns coming out, and they get, I guess you could say, better all the time, or at least slightly improved all the time. And just seems to be yeah, a fine pistol. I'm gonna fire one more mag. I mean, I don't care what I see. Let's see, I fired. Let's try some range dynamics from Fiocchi. Okay, another magazine. I just want to shoot some. I don't shoot enough. I've been on the road for a month. Didn't get enough shooting in. Yeah, didn't get enough shooting under my belt. Make up for lost time. I didn't send enough lead down range for about a month, and need to make up for that. This is a good excuse to do that. So as you've noticed, I have shot a few rounds, and how many malfunctions did I have? I don't think I had any, so that's always good, isn't it? So I probably can't think of anything else to tell you about it. All the specs, you can look them up. It's the size and weight, basically, of a Glock 19, interchangeable parts, and I have put a slide on it from a Gen 2 and a Gen 3, I believe, and it seemed to interchange. I don't know that I fired it, but everything seemed to work fine. So a pretty nice offering, it appears. If you have one, tell us what you have discovered about it. And if you've had any trouble or whatever, let us know, because the world wants to know. I think there's a lot of chatter about it, a lot of interest in it, and in a lot of ways it is an improved Glock. You know, the grip's improved, no hump, and you can get your fingers up a little bit higher under there, the trigger guard. There are just some advantages. Magpul did their research, and they probably, like everybody else, they've heard people complain about certain aspects of the Glock grip for 40 years, I guess, now. So there it is, the RXM from Ruger and Magpul. A Glock clone, you could say, and I kind of like it. I just can't think of a lot of negatives about it. I can't even make up any, really, to tell you the truth. If you hate Glocks, maybe everything about it's negative, but seems like a pretty nice pistol. It's one you might want to look at if you're looking at Glocks. Life is good.
Oh yeah, that's better. This is a great gun for defense. Oh hey, didn't see you guys there. While I've got you here, I want to remind you of our friends over at Talon Grips and Ballistol. Talon Grips makes grips, can you believe it, for all different types of firearms. You can get rough texture or more of a rubberized texture. It just sticks right on there. You know, really affordable, really cool option to improve the grip for your handguns or rifles. So please check them out at talongungrips.com. You'll be glad you did. And also Ballistol. Dad has been using Ballistol for many years. It's a cleaner and a lubricant, and it's non-toxic. It works really great, and we're happy to have them on board since it's been a part of our shooting endeavor for a very long time. So go to ballistol.com, talongungrips.com, and also while you're out there, I'm juggling all these things here. Also, while you're on the internet, please do check out our other social media like Hickok 45 on Facebook. There's also Hickok 45 on Twitter, The Real Hickok 45 on Instagram. There's a John_Hickok 45 on Instagram where I do some things. There's Hickok45.com. You can find us also on Gunstreamer. So check out all that stuff and then watch more videos.